international news stories. Focus on Africa.
Hello, I'm Peter Okwacha. Welcome to Focus on Africa. Our top stories. Creating jobs at home, the Ethiopian initiative aiming to stop refugees making the journey to Europe.
Most of the refugees are dreaming to continue onward movement, and the reason that they give to proceed onward is that, no, we don't see our future.
What not to wear? The dress code for public servants in Uganda just got a whole lot stricter. Also on the program, the best of African writing. Sudanese author Bushra Al-Fadil wins this year's Kane Prize for African writing with his exploration of the allure of and threats to freedom. And in sports, athletics governing body publishes research which could lead to female athletes like South African Olympic champion Caster Semenya being banned from future games. Thanks for joining us here on Focus on Africa from BBC World News. The number of migrants crossing the Mediterranean from Libya to Italy so far this year has risen to 85,000. More than 2,000 have died attempting the journey. African governments have long spoken about the need to stop people leaving. And now Ethiopia has begun building 2 major industrial parks meant to create thousands of jobs for refugees and unemployed youth. Authorities believe the jobs will prevent young people from attempting the long, perilous crossing. The BBC's Emmanuel Igunza reports from northern Ethiopia.
Salama and Abiro are lucky to be alive. They have been walking for 2 days from Eritrea without food or water, and even escaping being shot by government soldiers. Like many from their country, they have run away from what they say is forced conscription in the military.
We walked through the bushes, hiding, not to be seen by the Eritrean soldiers, and we were able to escape. We fled our country because the Eritrean government keeps on forcing us to join the national service, and we are wanted in our homeland.
Recent weeks have seen hundreds of Eritreans arrive at refugee camps and reception centers like this one in the north. Authorities say the numbers are overwhelming.
These are the latest refugees to cross over into Ethiopia. They walked under the cover of darkness along the heavily guarded and dangerous border. But because of safety concerns for their families back in Eritrea, they do not want their identities revealed.
Donors and the UN Refugee Agency are trying to persuade refugees to stay here rather than risk the journey to Europe. They believe the solution is to create jobs which will boost local industries, from textiles and woodwork to electronic products and catering. Already the United Kingdom, European Union and the World Bank have given $500 million for this program. But the big question is if these jobs will be sustainable.
Most of the refugees are dreaming to continue onward movement, and the reason that they give to proceed onward is that, no, we don't see our future here. We don't know what to do. We are not sure that we can, how many years are we going to stay here? We don't have job opportunity. We don't have, so many challenges for them that they mention. So the vocational skill program is meant, in fact, to equip them.
But will this be enough to stop the movement of refugees? Tekle Mariam, who was twice attempted to get to Europe and failed, tells me much more is needed in the host countries.
I tell them to settle here to get education, to get skills, and after they finish that, to get a job. Training like woodwork and metalwork is good. If they are learning this, maybe they'll change their minds.
While many refugees here are happy at the prospect of getting jobs and restarting their lives in a foreign land, many more remain unconvinced and are determined to risk everything for a chance at a better life in Europe. Emmanuel Igunza, BBC News, Northern Ethiopia.